Hello there, the Women's Super League season has hit its halfway point, so sit back and enjoy the latest eye-catching, headline-making, goal-laden games as we explore Matchday 11 in the English top tier. Manchester United's League and Champions League campaigns started with a bang, but in recent weeks, results and consistency have been hard to come by. This time round, they faced a Tottenham Hotspur side who were tucked in just a point behind the Reds in the table. Martin Ho's side have European ambitions of their own. Well, Manchester United's League and Champions League campaigns started in really impressive fashion. In recent weeks, results and consistency have been a little more hard to come by. Today, Mark Skinner names the same lineup from last weekend's victory over West Ham. So Elizabeth Turland has recovered from the knock that kept her out of midweek European action. She's scored in each of her last 5 Barclays WSL appearances against Tottenham. Maya Letizier's run of successive league starts extends to 124, and she's played every minute of every United game this season. She has a few league goals to her name against Spurs from the past. Ella Toone, Jess Park and Melvin Mallard also have popped up on the score sheet against today's opponents. 6 of this United 11 started against Lyon in midweek. The bench includes the attacking options of Leah Galton, Fridolina Rolfo and Rachel Williams. Tottenham Hotspur are tucked in just a point behind United in the table and have European ambitions of their own for next season. Martin Ho's side is different by 2 from the Aston Villa victory last Sunday. We all send our best wishes to Jessica Naz, of course, who suffered a second career ACL injury last time out. In her place, former United attacker Martha Thomas makes her first league start of the season, taking to the field in familiar surroundings. There's a change at the back as well. Toka Koga replaces Molly Bartrip, who drops to the bench, and it's a landmark day for Drew Spence. She becomes just the 6th player ever to make 200 WSL appearances. Does lay off, and she has it again. Dominic Janssen, though, stepping in and stepping on and looking for Park here, who takes her time, and it is dealt with by Toka Koga.
Soaring run by Janssen through the heart of the pitch, leaving the Tottenham midfielders for dead. And she can see Jess Park making the run outside of her, perfectly weighted. She goes for the little chop. And Kopp and Koga defending together there. Brilliant.
Mallard facing up to Neville once again. Miyazawa. Room for the strike. And the crossbar is rattled.
She's only got one foot in her mind. You see she gets her head up really, really early. Space to take the shot on. Connects so well and comes crashing off the crossbar.
Holt again. Neville again. Digging it out for Beth England! That's what she can do! Out of nowhere, Tottenham Hotspur lead. And so often, she only needs one chance to get the goal.
She's been without the ball for so much this first half, but she only needed that one delivery, and she is the difference. It was great work. Olivia Holt gets her head up, spots Beth England, who gets in front of Riviera. Still has a lot of work to do, mine there, Beth England, but she does. She makes contact, and he comes crashing off of the underbar.
Riviera tucking it in. Plenty rushing towards it in red. This is Mallard. Tries to bend one! Off the bar to Turland! And off the line by Koga. Remarkable passage of play, and Tottenham Hotspur's lead somehow remains intact.
What a strike for Mallard. Just cuts inside this time. Again, smashes it, the underside of the bar. You see her just turning. Little touch to get away from Neville, give herself the extra yard, and it's beaten Kopp. Koga there, goal line clearance.
Anna Sandberg looks to deliver. Kopp's after it, oh, it's Letizia. Smacks the crossbar.
There's a thunderous header.
This was Maya Letizia.
She does everything right there, doesn't she? Just loses Martha Thomas, holds her run and is crashing off the bar.
Spence.
to be played by Holt for Neville. Towards Summonen. 2 for Tottenham. And you can understand why the smiles are so big on the faces of those in white.
Great run from Ashley Neville. Brilliant ball in, and Summonen almost unmarked there. All Manchester United defenders' eyes on the ball, and Summonen gets up and just nods it back across the goal into the corner. Fantastic from Tottenham, and Man United be really frustrated with the defending for that goal.
Strong run from Holt. Options right and left here. Slides it through for Martha Thomas! 3-0 Tottenham Hotspur! Manchester United don't know what's hit them.
Wow, that started from the back. It was Koga with a perfect pass into the midfield area to Holt, who again receives the ball back to goal. Turns Janssen, drives away. Really patient, perfectly weighted pass. Thomas has a lot to do there. Here you see Holt. She's got Bethany England on one side and the perfect pass into Thomas, and what a finish.
And from Galton, Mallard threw a boot at it. Toon is there! Manchester United finally find a way through. Is that a mere footnote to the game? Or is it the start of a sparkling comeback?
Toon's done really, really well there. Awkward angle. Gets enough on it. And almost half volleys it into the back of the net. Does really well there, Ella Toon, to keep that down, keep it on target, and Man United are still in this.
Goes for it, when it wasn't comfortable from Kopp, and it's the crossbar again for Manchester United, and this time it's Toon who's denied.
Jess Park there, gets the shot, Kopp parries it down into the path of Ella Toon, and I don't think she could hit that any better, Ella Toon, in that moment.
Tissier. Park, happy to take the shot on, Rolfer maybe, yes, it's there for Manchester United, and the comeback is on in this crazy game.
Wow, every white shirt behind the ball there. Jess Park just driving, drills it, keeps it really, really low, and it lands at the foot of Rolfer, makes no mistake, within the 6-yard box. They're leaving it late, Manchester United, but Tottenham look rattled.
Letitia, Park, who's making lots happen here. Riviere, and Kopp had it and lost it, and Mallard denied. Molly Bartrip on the spot when it mattered. Letitia, Janssen, Park, and Galton with a bit of room, and it's in from Rolfer. 3-3 from 3-0 down. And Tottenham Hotspur's lead has evaporated.
Defensively, just switch off there, Tottenham. It's a great ball from Galton to the back post, and Rolfer has been brought on to make an impact, and she's done exactly that at the back post. Makes no mistake from there, and devastating for Tottenham. Rolfer just cushions it into the back of the net, unmarked at the back post.
And that is the end of the chaos. What a contest, what an afternoon, what a disappointment for Tottenham from a position of promise. Manchester United 3, Tottenham Hotspur 3.
We conceded 3 soft goals, in my opinion. As a collective, we've agreed, we understand that. But that's not as defenders, or it's as a whole team. We need to be better at that. And then we've created enough chances to win 4 games today. and we just need to be a little bit more clinical in there. And I think what I credit my players for is the unbelievable belief and energy to come back from 3 goals down and be the team that's pushing to win the game at the end, and all in the second half. So I'm really, really proud of the effort and commitment and energy, but we just don't need to put ourselves in that position. I think we understand that.
We've grown as a group, we've evolved as a team, and yeah, we've pushed the game as much as we could today. And yeah, when we're in that lead, how ruthless it was with the chances we had, and then you want to see that out. And yeah, I'm absolutely gutted for the players.
It has been a remarkable few months for Manchester City in the WSL. Defeat at Chelsea on opening night has been followed by 9 successive wins to give them control of the division. Aston Villa arrived in the northwest off the back of victory in their rearranged clash with Liverpool in midweek, but having lost 8 of their last 10 meetings with City.
Villa have never won away at City in 5 attempts in the league and suffered their joint heaviest loss in the Barclays Women's Super League at City almost 5 years ago, when they went down 7-0 to the Sky Blues back in January of 2021. There is no doubt that Villa are much better for this particular campaign, but it's a real tall order if they are to stop this fantastic Manchester City side who have designs on the title for sure. They are top of the table, and they are unchanged from their win over Leicester last time out. It's the 100th appearance in all competitions for Kirsten Kasperai. Bunny Shaw netted twice against the East Midlands club. She sits on 99 goals for City. The century will surely come sooner rather than later. On the bench for the hosts, Alex Greenwood, who is back from injury. As for Aston Villa, also unchanged from midweek, their same 11 that started against Liverpool on Thursday start today. A front 3 of Rachel Daly, Kirsty Hansen and Maya Hiji-Carter back from injury recently. Lynn Films and Ocean Delon are both suspended, so Noel Moritz, Anna Patton and Lucy Parker will be the back 3. Hemp on the move on the left-hand side. It's towards Bunny Shaw! Raise your bat for the City Centurion. 100 goals in sky blue. And Bunny Shaw gives Manchester City the lead. And it's a familiar celebration from another player in Manchester City blue that has scored 100 goals for the Manchester club. But this time it's Bunny Shaw that belts home, and it's City that lead. Asagawa, quick to react to Miedemar calling for it. Hemp wants it, so inevitably does Bunny Shaw. There's another. Well, as soon as you get your 100th, why not move it on to 101? Terrific finish once again into the corner. City motored forward with real intent. Hemp and Miedemar were both free, but it's Shaw who gets her second, and it's another composed finish from City's sharpshooter.
She turns, knows immediately where to run, off the shoulder of Anna Patton, cuts inside, and then once she's in that position, it's inevitable. You just know exactly where it's going to go. There's nothing you can do about it.
And now City come racing forward for Gino, right-hand side. Terrific ball. Parker getting back across. Kasperai is calling for it for Gino! Well, it may well have taken a deflection, but it doesn't matter. It was struck with real force, and Manchester City have a third.
That goal is all about the pass from Miedemar out to Fagino, who has a good first touch. Perhaps Lucy Parker could have got a bit tighter, a bit closer. Tries to slide to block the shot, takes a deflection and takes it past D'Angelo, who again is left with very little hope.
Grant. Helped on by Taylor. Tomas. Well, a glancing header away for a corner, and if it wasn't for that intervention, there were 2 Villa players just in behind. Wasn't the worst ball in at all by the sub. Begins to curl in, and the header flies in. Really good goal from Aston Villa. Parker stealing in at the blind side, unmarked. Bullet header here to beat Yamashita. And Villa are on the score sheet. Game's just got a little disjointed maybe in the last few minutes, and that could help Aston Villa. City looking to reassert here. Gino is all hustle and bustle, and that's the challenge that comes in to send the ball spinning behind and on. Greenwood, who can deliver a ball, but it's short. And then delivered high towards the back post. Miedemar and Shaw both lurking. Shaw gets something on it. And then a bit of a missed kick. It still might work. Miedemar, a yard out, cannot miss. And Manchester City have a fourth. Well, once again, there was plenty of chaos inside that Villa penalty area. And it's Manchester City that makes sense of it all. Fluffed effort initially from Fagino, but when the cross came in again, Miedemar could not miss.
Couple of hands half-heartedly go up for an offside, but no chance of it, and that's what Miedemar does best, finds the back of the net.
The break is on, and Bunny Shaw could be in again here, and it's Bunny Shaw for the hat-trick, opens up a Bunny! That's 3 for Bunny Shaw, it's 5 for Manchester City, and if the game wasn't won before, it certainly is now. Bunny Shaw celebrates getting 100 goals for Manchester City earlier in the game by wrapping up the win courtesy of a hat-trick.
Well, as soon as that ball broke to her, you just knew it was going to end up in the back of the net. I said we hadn't seen much of Caroline until this point, but she does really well, breaks free of a couple of challenges, lays it through to her teammate Bunny Shaw. Nice and easy, just never, ever looked in doubt and just rolls it beyond Sabrina D'Angelo.
This is Shaw breaking forward once more, and it's Bunny Shaw to lay it back this time. City players queuing up. Clinton finds the net. On as a sub late on, and City do have a 6th. Andre Yegler celebrates his side's rout of Aston Villa. Shaw this time turning provider of sorts as it ricocheted through and back towards Clinton. It took a deflection on its way through, and City lead by 6 goals to 1.
I think that is actually Bunny Shaw's goal, to be quite honest. She does everything to try and set someone else up. Grace Clinton gets a strike and she's there to finish it.
So Bunny Shaw gets her 100th goal this afternoon, and then kicks on to get 4 all told in an easy win for Manchester City. Villa got one back through Parker, but Shaw has taken centre stage here. Fagino and Miedemar have also contributed, but the league leaders will head into 2026 in fine form. They've beaten Aston Villa here by 6 goals to 1.
I think it was a good game. Of course, scoring 6 goals against Aston Villa, it's a good team we're playing against. I think first half was very even. We struggled a little bit in our low build-up. They were a little bit too easy, putting us under pressure. We adjusted a couple of things in half-time, but I think second half we were definitely dominating, and yeah, scored some nice goals also.
Welcome back to our roundup of match day 11 in the WSL as the top tier in England prepares for the Christmas break. Chelsea find themselves in the unfamiliar position of facing the Christmas break not only off the top of the table, but also a little off the pace. The Blues were determined to bounce back from their surprise defeat to Everton last time out against a Seagulls side on a high after back-to-back league victories.
Chelsea are invincible no longer under Sonia Bonpastor in the Barclays Women's Super League. Beaten last time out by Everton, that loss ended a 34-game unbeaten streak for the Blues under the French manager. And that loss has allowed title hopefuls Manchester City the opportunity to stretch their lead over Chelsea at the top of the table to 6 points. Brighton come into this game in better form than their visitors in the league. 2 wins on the trot for Dario Vidicic's side. A single change for Brighton, and it's enforced. First choice goalkeeper Shamaka Ndozi is out with concussion, so Sophie Bagley makes her first league appearance this campaign for Brighton. She started every League Cup game for the Seagulls, so isn't coming in cold. Beside that, it's the same 11 that beat London City Lionesses last time out, and former Chelsea star Frank Kirby is on the bench this afternoon. As for Chelsea, they make 2 changes from the 11 that lost to Everton. Captain Millie Bright returns to the starting 11. Her inclusion might signify a change in shape for Chelsea. Perhaps 5 at the back, or Carpenter could play further forward. Erin Cuthbert also recovers from the concussion that kept her out for the last 2 games. She replaces Hermano, who isn't actually in the squad today. Also, still no Natalie Bjorn in the Chelsea squad either. The defender hasn't played since the Barcelona game. Bright finds Cuthbert. Baltimore. James on the overlap. Here is Lauren James. Ball across, and it's a whisper wide.
That was really tidy from Chelsea to break down that defence. Moving them around, we see that switch of play, and it just starts to create those openings for players to find the gaps in between. I don't think Laura was shooting there necessarily, but she has those moments of greatness, and that is a really, really searching ball, and Aggie was not far off of putting that in the back of the net.
Lauren James looks in the mood today for Chelsea. Baltimore will take the corner. First corner of the game. And it is for Chelsea. Up comes Millie Bright. We know how good she is in the air. Test this for Bagley in goal. Can she command her area? Taken short. Kira Walsh from range, and it crashes off the post. Back in from James, and a comfortable catch that time.
Nice idea to go short there. It's very condensed in the pack near the goal. But that is a rocket strike from Kira Walsh there. She hits that with such a sweetness.
Brilliant technique. Here's Carpenter. Dings it up to the back stick, cleared. Falls for Baltimore, and brilliant save that from Bagley. Tips it over for a corner.
Looks like their roster's worn off now. That was a great save from Sophie Bagley there to deny Baltimore. A great searching cross here from Carpenter. But the clearance needs to be better from Brighton there, because, you know, a different moment, slightly more to the side of Bagley, that could be an absolute screamer of a goal. So Brighton need to watch out.
Kira Walsh. Chelsea move it through the thirds nicely. Here's Baltimore, gets away from her marker. Still going, Baltimore, and the effort is brilliant. Top corner. A moment of individual brilliance from Sunday Baltimore to crack this game open, and Chelsea have a goal, finally. Brighton and Hove Albion 0, Chelsea 1.
Yeah, what a brilliant finish from Baltimore there. Cut the ball in onto her right foot, curled it beautifully in the top corner. I don't think Bagley had any chance to get anywhere near that. Beautiful, stunning finish from Baltimore there.
Chelsea have the breakthrough then. Sunday Baltimore with her first Barclays WSL goal this campaign. Cuthbert now. Black shirts in the penalty area, and it goes, and it's in off a Brighton player. So unfortunate, but the ball in was brilliant. Hayes it is, heads it into her own net. Brighton 0, Chelsea 2.
So disappointing for a defender, but sometimes it's when you are running towards your own goal and you are defending someone like Sam Kerr, all you're thinking is trying to get something on it. Unfortunately, that first contact sent the ball into the back of the net, but she needed to make contact somewhere.
Comes through for Kerr, brilliant touch to take her inside of Hayes. Ball across, finds Thompson, fantastic Chelsea goal! Set up and made by Sam Kerr, finished off by Alyssa Thompson, and Chelsea have a third, and probably now all 3 points secured.
That run from Sam there was so lovely. She managed to get away from Hayes, really nice footwork, and then Thompson, perfect positioning and perfect pass and a perfect finish.
There's something so slick about the way Alyssa Thompson finishes that with her side foot first time. Seke lays it off to Frank Kirby, who goes for goal, and that Brighton's best opportunity of the game. And it's a comfortable save for Olivia Peng.
I think that Chelsea will be glad that that didn't come to anything, but a good moment from Brighton there and a good opportunity for Kirby, just couldn't quite put it away.
Baltimore. Her goal got things started. Ball across is a good one. The header from Kerr was a bullet. Couldn't get back up in time. Good save by Bagley. Now it's Cuthbert. Can she get the shot off? Taken off her toe as she tried to strike it.
Really nice footwork from Baltimore just to get a yard away to put the cross in. And Kerr's able to get ahead of her defender with the bravery to put her head in the way. And again, Bagley makes a good save.
This looking like a really confidence-boosting win for Chelsea, but Kiko Seke's in behind. Shot too close to peg.
You've got to give the goalkeeper a bit more of a challenge there, at least get her shirt a bit muddy.
And there is the full-time whistle then. Sonia Bonpastor's Chelsea back to winning ways. Morale-boosting win for them in the Barclays Women's Super League. Full-time score, Brighton and Hove Albion 0, Chelsea 3.
We just said before the game it was a must-win game. We wanted to stay as close as possible as Man City, and we knew coming into the game today the most important thing was to win. I think I'm really pleased with the performance, the result. We created a lot, we scored some great goals, 3 goals, clean sheet, so I think it's almost a perfect day.
To a fixture which could have huge implications on how the rest of the season develops at the foot of the table, as the bottom 2 went head-to-head. Defeat for either team would see them looking up at the rest at Christmas, while victory would massively boost their confidence and points total. The two sides kicked off having taken just 6 points from 20 league games between them.
As the two sets of players make their way out at the Chigwell Construction Stadium in East London, a big clash at the lower end of the WSL table. Lineups today, West Ham name an unchanged team from their defeat at Manchester United last time out. So Kinga Shymick in goal, still yet to keep a clean sheet this season. And then Shakira Martinez, the top goal scorer in 2025, leads the Hammers line. For Liverpool, 2 changes from their loss against Aston Villa in midweek. Gemma Bonner starts for the first time in 6 games. She replaces Gemma Evans, who drops to the bench. And a change in attack with Kerry Holland replacing Leanne Kiernan, and the ever-present Bette Olsen, who has netted 7 goals in 6 games, leads their line. Morgan, lovely ball to find Ueki, and a big tackle from Gemma Bonner. And what card? It's a red card. And Liverpool are down to 10. And Gemma Bonner, she's just come back from injury, back in the starting 11 today, and 18 minutes in, she's shown a straight red.
It's great play by West Ham. Initially higher up the pitch to actually find the centre forward in space here. You see the turn. Morgan is a lovely ball, and Uweki's on the wrong side of Clark. What I would say is, Jenna Clark is alongside her there. Is she the last player? Yes, it's a foul, absolutely it is. But Jenna Clark's right alongside her.
Gareth Taylor's got some thinking to do. Evans, one of the players on as a substitute for that red card. Here is Gorry. She surprised herself with how much room she's got. Ueki with the follow-up, and Asai surely can slot it in. What a brilliant save from Kirby. Sticks her leg out. And how has Asai not put West Ham up?
It's a great save by Kirby. And they really are finding the spaces and the overloads now. West Ham is another great attack. Gorry was going to play it first time. Good decision. It's actually a poor ball, but found its way to Ueki, who picks out Asai, and for me, she's got to hit it first time, or if not, shift it back onto your right and look to shape it far corner. But credit to Kirby, gets out, makes herself really big.
Ueki's come away with it. Martinez pokes it out wide to Asai. Asai cutting back, she shoots, and it's palmed away by Kirby.
A goal is coming. A goal is coming. Whether it is for West Ham or Liverpool, you can feel it.
Say whips it in this time, and it's found the back of the net. Has that sailed all the way in, or did that find a deflection off Ueki?
Yes, Ueki's goal. It's a great header from what I see, and I know it's sunny up here in the gantry, but it looked like a tremendous ball in, whipped in, and Ueki's made that near post run, got up really well, and headed it lovely into the far corner.
Well, you called it, Tash. A goal was coming, and it did.
Yeah, it's a reaction for Liverpool.
Oh, Martinez was just palmed down there by Evans, and now Liverpool with a chance, and Liverpool respond immediately. It's Mia Enderby with the goal, a brilliant run down this near side, and slots it so coolly past Shymick in goal. And just like that, we're back on level terms. West Ham 1, Liverpool 1.
Oh wow, what a game we've got here. I talked about reactions, and well, they've shown the reaction. It's a great ball. West Ham switch off, completely switch off, and credit to Enderby on a left foot, really calm, composed finish into the side netting there.
Asay looks to play it around their back line. Asay sends it in and straight to the gloves of Kirby once again. And a quick counter-attack from Liverpool here. Better Olsen. Does really well, gets past two West Ham defenders, cuts it back. Enderby and Capox. And just like that, Liverpool could have been 2 up.
I mean, that was an incredible attack. Kirby starting it off with the long ball.
And now West Ham again. Here is Martinez. Hasn't had her shooting boots on today and can't find the target again.
Oh my gosh, this is a brilliant game. Can't take my eyes off of it, but credit to Liverpool. Should have scored, could have made it 2-1. And then with Tiziak with the last-ditch tackle. But then on the other end, Ueki playing through Martinez. And then it's Jenna Clark doing the last-ditch tackle.
And West Ham with another chance. As Asay plays it low, Martinez puts it out to Fionn Morgan, and it's found the back of the net. Fionn Morgan, it's deflected in, but she'll claim it. And West Ham re-establish their advantage. West Ham 2, Liverpool 1.
Again, it's West Ham who have had looked a real threat from these set pieces. Morgan's hit it so clean. It goes all the way through. Nagano on the goal line there. Look, Morgan, it's a shot, it's on target. If I'm shooting and that's me, I'm absolutely making sure that that is my goal.
Gori. Asay twisting and turning. Oh, and plays it back to Tiziak, but Olsen's got there and it's plucked out of the back line. And better Olsen finds the equaliser for Liverpool. What were West Ham's back line doing? And what fine form better Olsen is on.
All she needs is one opportunity, and it's credit to her. She has earned the right to get that goal. Pressing, never stop running. But then it's the composure as well. 1v1 with the keeper. Nice, calm, composed, and looks as if she has taken the point for Liverpool, which could be a really important point.
And that is it. And the points are shared at the bottom end of the Barclays WSL table. Let's finish here. West Ham 2, Liverpool 2.
I think the girls gave everything. It was a really difficult situation. The game becomes not what you want when you lose a player like that, an experienced player, especially in Gemma. But I think, the girls dealt with it really, really well.
Obviously, a point's important, but it's not the number of points we wanted. Quite frankly, I think we've given the game away from being in a winning position twice, and that's not good enough. I think we've got to be better at being able to hold on to those situations in games, and ultimately, unfortunately, when we've been in these positions where we've been close to getting points, we've just made lots of mistakes at really important times that have obviously cost us goals, and that's something that we need to fix.
Welcome back to the show as we continue to round up all the main talking points from the latest WSL weekend. To the King Power we go, and a first ever WSL meeting between Leicester City and London City Lionesses. The Foxes narrowly came out on top with a 1-0 win when these two met in the League Cup down south 2 months ago, but this clash in the Midlands seemed to promise goals, with both sides struggling defensively in recent weeks.
Leicester City have taken maximum points just once this season, but in recent weeks they have shown signs of improvement under Rick Passmore and will be looking to end the year with a bang. Newly promoted London City Lionesses, however, had just hit their stride until last week's hiccup against Brighton. Bounce back today and they can end the calendar year as a top 6 BWSL team. Well, Rick Passmore makes 2 changes to the team beaten by Manchester City 7 days ago. Sari Keys comes into the back line with Celeste Bouret dropping to the bench. Helene Eriksdottir is ruled out with a hamstring injury, so Emily Van Edmond comes back into the midfield. There's more positive news on the bench though, with Noemi Mouchon and Missy Goodwin fit enough to be named among the substitutes. London City lost 1-0 to Brighton last time out, but Jocelyn Preshaw is confident they have learned their lessons, so he names an unchanged 11. Nikita Paris moves up to 3rd in the all-time BWSL appearances with her 203rd today. She also has the opportunity to score against Leicester with a 3rd different club in this competition. Daniela van der Donk and Sophia Jakobsen are back in training, but not yet fit enough to be involved. The flag has stayed down, and she's inside the area, and it required a big stop from Elena Letta. The first chance really for Leicester City, and it was the London City Lionesses goalkeeper who came out on top.
You know, she's running in there, the pace, like she's beating off the defenders, and that last ditch to tackle there, but Letta did absolutely amazing to spread her body, come out and cover that goal line.
Hannah Kane, meanwhile, on the other end of the pitch, calling for the best of defences from Elena Linari. The outswinging from Hannah Kane. Oh, and it's actually come off the frame of the goal, and Imran couldn't sort her feet out, so it will be another Leicester City corner.
I can see what she's trying to do there at the front post. I think the keeper just about had it covered.
We did see them towards the end of the first half, Leicester City, with a couple of corners, and they've got one right at the start of the second, delivered by Kane. Up towards Keys, and the chance drops for Bouret.
She's moving off to the right-hand side, but having to adjust her body position so quickly there to get that really strong hand to that strike.
Linari to Letta. Just pumps that one straight back to Leicester. It makes you wonder what the point is with the short passing inside the 6-yard box anyway, if that's going to be the solution as it's headed down. And this is a real chance here for Shannon O'Brien, who does force it over the line. And how often has she been their saviour already this season? It's her 3rd goal in her last 4 WSL games.
Really great build-up play there from Leicester. She's taken her head up, she's lifted, seen where that pass is, a great little header on for Asali, and then having that scrappy little finish, like she's done the absolute most, and that's quintessential O'Brien. She's got the job done there, and that's absolutely phenomenal. She's been in the right place at the right time, and not even Letta or the 2 defenders could stop her scoring there.
Off goes Godfrey, another 20-year-old, crossing it into that near post, and it's off the frame of the goal from Goodwin. And now Fernandez on the follow-up. It was on her weaker side, and it's a wayward strike. But what a big opportunity that was for their leading goal scorer.
She's driven that ball across. It's nicked onto the post. Really good opportunity.
Oh, this is interesting. London City Lionesses have a penalty. Grace Gaoro went to ground under the challenge of Yanis Kaiman, who pleads her innocence, but the decision has been made, and what a big decision it is by Mel Bergin.
she's tried to win that. I think it's more of her body that's pushed Gayoro off the ball rather than being any kind of malice in that at all.
We've had our 8 minutes added on. This will surely be one of the last kicks of the game. Aslani up against Leipzig, and Leipzig saves! And just listen to it inside King Power. Pandemonium in the stands. Leipzig may well have just won Leicester City their second game of this Barclays Women's Super League season. They've done it! Leicester City stand tall. They're rewarded for their hard work under Rick Passmore. Full time here at the King Power is Leicester City 1, London City Lionesses 0.
Probably one of our best games, so it's surprising because we lose. But no, really a good game. Unfortunately, we didn't have the fruits of this good performance. And even at the end, well, I thought we could have at least a draw, but no. So it means it's definitely not a good day for us.
Lots of positives to look at, and again, a credit to the group of players that we've got here, because not only the team on the pitch, but you look at the bench and every one of them were behind the 11 on that pitch. So we're creating a culture, creating an environment that players want to play for Leicester City.
Back-to-back wins in League and Cup have put a spring in the Everton step after a tough start to the campaign. Their headline-making victory over champions Chelsea last weekend had set them up beautifully for their next challenge, a Goodison Park outing against Arsenal. 3 straight wins in all competitions had restored some Gunners' confidence after a tricky run of results.
So the familiar tunnel at Goodison Park outcome, the officials, and they are followed by the 2 teams. Everton on the right-hand side, led by captain and goalkeeper Courtney Brosnan, and Arsenal with all their star names and star faces. There's Alessia Russo coming out, 100th WSL appearance for Russo, one of the greats. Everton, you won't be surprised to hear, unchanged from that win against Chelsea last weekend. It was Hanoka Hayashi, wearing number 6 in central midfield, who scored the winner against Chelsea. Just one change on the bench for Everton. Number 33, Maz Pacheco, comes in as a substitute, but otherwise unchanged. And more of the same, I imagine, will be the message from Brian Sorensen today. They know that they'll face plenty of attacking play from Arsenal, and they'll have to have a similar rearguard action. As for Arsenal, they are in the thick of quite a busy run before this Christmas break, and Renée Slagers makes 3 changes from the WSL win against Liverpool last Saturday. In come Kim Little, who takes the captain's armband, of course, Katie McCabe and Caitlin Ford. Out go Marnham. Olivia Smith, the £1 million signing, who scored against Liverpool last weekend, might feel a bit hard done by to be on the bench this afternoon. And Taylor Hines is also dropped to the bench. Nice ball towards Russo. Here's Russo. Lovely pass back to Caldante. It's stopped on the line, I think, by the Everton midfielder rather than the goalkeeper. But Arsenal come again. Oh, that is a lovely finish. What a goal that is from Katie McCabe. And just over the 10-minute mark, Arsenal take the lead at Goodison Park.
Yeah, fantastic strike there from Katie McCabe. I think we knew it was coming. Probably weren't expecting it to come from McCabe, but great ball initially by Wubben-Moy and great run from Russo. And she's not even had a look. She just can hear and see where Caldente is. I thought the original shot was going to go in, but it was a good block off the line from Ishikawa. But comes to Katie McCabe, just bounces up real nicely. I'm not sure if she even connects with it fully, but just the way it drops. Yeah, great touch, and to hit that on the half volley. Yeah, fantastic strike. She'll be really pleased with that one.
So Arsenal have managed to do what Chelsea couldn't 7 days ago. They have got themselves on the score sheet. And in truth, it's been one-way traffic so far at Goodison Park. And it's Arsenal this time that give the ball away. Chance for Everton. Oh, another stunning goal. And it's Hayashi again, who scored the winner against Chelsea last weekend. She's now got the equaliser.
Yeah, it's a great finish there from Hayashi. Surprised us again, but yeah, good touch at the edge. Great technique to guide it in. Keeper's got no chance, but that just comes from the press. I was worried that Everton were going to continue to sit deep and sit in, but you could see straight away from the off, as soon as they went behind, they were pressing the whole team front line, and it's paid off. It was a good press and win initially, I think, from Wheeler. It was a fantastic finish with her right foot.
Here's Kim Little. I mean, Arsenal were the creators of their own downfall there to a certain extent, giving the ball away in such a dangerous area. Fox out to Mead. Fox with an opportunity to put the ball across to Kim Little. Miscues it, deflected off her own player, Russo, and then in. Well, how unlucky for Everton to a certain extent. And we've had 3 goals in less than 5 minutes here at Goodison Park.
Yeah, what a game so far. Getting our money's worth, aren't we? But yeah, great play there again. It's a great dink ball in there from Emily Fox just to find Kim Little. I thought she was going to make it herself, but it's come off Russo. I think Brosnan has kept it in, or the lines would look like he'd put his flag up anyway, so whether it's gone to Russo initially here.
The officials are giving that goal to Russo, so they'll have a discussion about it in the dressing room, I'm sure, at half-time, those two, because Caitlin Ford will desperately want the goal.
Yeah, Russo will be pleased, and she won't realise it at the moment, but maybe they'll tell her at half-time it's gone to her.
Here's Catley. Out wide it comes to McCabe, into a dangerous area again, deflected away from goal. As Cooney Cross, for a moment, I'm sure, thought she was going to make it 3-1.
Yeah, it's really good technique there from Cooney Cross, just to hit it on the volley, keeping it down, and Ruby Mace just found herself in the right place at the right time. I've been really impressed with Ruby Mace so far. I'm sure she'll be super busy for the rest of the game, but yeah, good start from her so far.
Here's Russo. Good save from Brosnan. Russo annoyed with herself, should have finished that one.
Good turn from Russo there. She's done well to use her body. You can see what she's trying to do, open up her body and try and get it down that right-hand corner. I think Brosnan read it really well.
Ball's going to come here to Ford, looking for McCabe. McCabe with a chance to cross, and Russo just couldn't get enough on it.
Yeah, nice play there from Arsenal down the left-hand side. Ford and McCabe have got a nice little partnership out there, and good ball in, but fortunately Russo just couldn't quite connect the way she might have liked.
Mead inside to Caldente, she'll get another opportunity through a forest of legs there, and actually Brosnan did really well to keep her eye on that one to save from the Spanish superstar.
Yeah, good hands there by Brosnan. Probably didn't get a clear view on it, but still well to reach down there to the left-hand side and collect it.
Here's Olivia Smith in a bit of space, takes it down and scores! Well, that is all it takes for the £1 million superstar to make an impact on a match. She's been quiet since coming on as a substitute, but just one bit of space, one opportunity, and for the second week running, Olivia Smith gets on the score sheet, and that surely is it now for Arsenal. It's Everton 1, Arsenal 3.
She's just pure quality, isn't she? Great player, like you said, hardly been in the game. Just one touch, brings it down, just puts her laces right through it. Doesn't really even look at where the goal is or where the keeper is. And that's a sign of a great player. It's when they just know where the goal is. And another goal from outside the box. I think she only scores bangers from outside the box, doesn't she?
Blackstenius up against Mace, and surely that will be a booking, and is for Ruby Mace. She knew that she'd got wrong side there.
Yeah, she knew what she was doing. It was a good run from Blackstenius. Just used the bounce of the ball just to try and get in behind Mace, but yeah, took one for the team there, which sometimes as a centre-back you definitely have to do. So actually a smart decision there.
Oh, there's trouble in the area. Oh, off the bar. What an effort that was. It was a great turn and shot from Russo. Got some power behind it.
Great technique there on the turn, just using the laces and the power that Russo has there, and she'll be really disappointed that one didn't go in. Would have definitely topped off her 100 appearance nicely.
A thoroughly deserved 3-1 victory for Arsenal and Renee Slagers here at Everton. A flurry of goals in a 5-minute spell in the first half put Arsenal 2-1 ahead. It took them deep into the second half to add the crucial third goal, but it's a win, and 3 points takes them to within 5 of Manchester City until tomorrow at least. It's Everton 1, Arsenal 3.
I think sometimes it's not a shame to lose to a better team, and Arsenal were better than us overall. I think they started very brightly, and we know that, you know, we said before the game, if we need to stay in the game, we actually managed to do that with Hayashi's goal, and then second half, that's where we know that we could potentially get a bit more. But there I think maybe we were defending a bit too much in that first half to have the energy to really try to hurt them. There was a couple of moments where we potentially could have done better, but overall I think it's well deserved the win.
We have a fantastic squad, and we've played 3 games now in this block with short turnarounds. There's 2 more to go, and the players have been doing brilliantly in their recovery and preparation to get ready from a mental and physical freshness perspective, but then also using the squad and as many changes as possible, because I think today again it was hard. You could see maybe some intensity dropping at some point in the game, but then we pick it right back up with help of the game changes today.
So the halfway stage of the season sees Manchester City sitting pretty at the WSL summit. The fight for the European spots has already taken a good few twists and turns, and no doubt there are more ahead. And the battle to avoid the drop into WSL 2 has really taken shape over the last few weeks. A good wedge of the season has gone, but there's still so much football to play and much potential for change. So that's the first half of the season done and dusted. And what a campaign it has been so far. With Christmas firmly on the horizon, the league goes into hibernation for a few weeks, and we'll be back with a bang in January with Arsenal against Manchester United headlining the bill when we return. See you then, and as ever, thanks for watching.